Hello and good afternoon and welcome to the fourth watch along of the weekend actually, because of course we had Munster playing against the Scarlets on Friday, and yesterday we had Wales who beat Italy, of course, and then we had the brilliant game in the evening that was England against France. As England won that, question marks of the try, but then after looking back, I gotta say I think it was a try. It's another big one, though, today. Scotland against Ireland. Both teams, you feel, need a win in this game. So I'm really excited for this one. Martin, good afternoon. Hope you are well, my friend. Good to have you in the watch. I'm sure you'll be keeping a close eye on Ireland. I'm wearing the Ireland shirt, but we do have a Scotsman in the building who's going to be back in Scotland all the way. I can't promise that he's going to keep us cool in this one because this is his team. It's all about him. And yeah, we're going to welcome him in now. He joined us yesterday. It is Kyle from Capo Starkey. Kyle, how are you? Excited for today?
Yes, Brandon. Thank you for having me on again. Always enjoy doing this, and hope your viewers also enjoy what I have to say and what you have to say as well. But no, I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I was quite cautiously confident in that, but seeing some folk in the Irish media, certain people on that Virgin Sports media and Off the Ball who've been saying about Ireland, oh, why should we fear Scotland in such an arrogant way, has really got me absolutely wanting to say I want to absolutely thump him. No offense to any of my Irish pals, though. That's
Indeed. It is a massive game for both teams, isn't it? Let's talk about your team first of all. Do you think there's a bit of pressure on you coming into this one? Because the way you lost against Wales obviously wasn't ideal for you. The red card did play a big part in the game. And then last time out, you didn't play against the French because of the COVID outbreak. But yeah, thoughts ahead of this one? Bit of pressure on Scotland, do you think?
Yes, absolutely. More or less to try and get the stigma off our backs that we're inconsistent and to show we can actually learn from our mistakes, because it wasn't just a case of the red card against Wales. The same against England. Whilst we controlled large parts of most matches, we didn't control the scoreboard anywhere near as well as we should have done. Even though, because England, like I said, it was only 11-6, but the scoreline, we should have been out of sight by half-time, and we weren't. Same with Wales, where we had opportunities to put the game further in front. I wouldn't say put the game to bed, but the game further in front than we did, and then we let Wales get back into it, and then the red card happened, obviously. So, no, that's what we need to definitely improve on, and I'm hoping, like I said, we can just knock this stigma out of us that we're like, I'm the inconsistent, and actually gain a bit of respect.
Yeah, it is a big game, and obviously you don't have the greatest record against the Irish. Let's get into some of your comments. Stephen is here once again. Hi, hope you're keeping well today. Happy to see us the win at Millennium last night. Looking now for Ireland to do the job today against the Scots. Martin Murray says on the try with the Toja yesterday, I never saw that try grounded. I did. In the replays, it's literally on the first time he gets over, on the first image, he's grounded it 100%. I'm Welsh. Why would I want him to ground that?
Yeah.
It's a try. And Kyle as well. Our immediate reaction at the time was no try. We didn't see it, but then looking back afterwards, taking time, I felt it was a try. Do you agree? Yeah.
I was as we mentioned yesterday, I was very much in the middle. I wasn't sure, but when they showed on ITV the close-up of it, and it definitely shows the ball did go on the ground. So fair play to Joy Neville for having the eagle eyes there and spotting that. It was the right call. I feel a wee bit embarrassed because I did the post-match reaction where I said I wasn't sure, and then I did the one where I gave my reaction to whether it was a try or not. The problem is, because I upload them both at the same time, so the first one that got uploaded was the one where I talked about the try, and then it came afterwards with the reaction. So if you go into my channel, they're a bit higgledy-piggledy, but go and look at the reaction first and then the try one after. But anyway, I've told you my opinion now, so there you go. But it was a try, yes.
Yes, it was. Connor Broomfield's in the chat. Good afternoon, gents. Commiserations in advance, Kyle. So a little bit of banter going on there. That's great to see, guys. Do keep your comments coming throughout the chat. Any questions?
To quote what Ronan O'Gara said to us about a couple of years ago, I hope we hammer them. I hope that's the same for you, Irish. That happens to you, Irish, today.
We will keep an eye out on that as well. We aren't far away from kickoff at all, so let's take a look at the two sides that have been picked to take to the field. Just quickly, before we do get into that, if you are new here and haven't yet done so, do hit that subscribe button. We recently hit 1,170 subs overnight, which was Great. So it'd be great to push towards 1,200. Let's have a look at the Scotland squad home team, of course. First of all, we'll go through it and then I'll get Kyle's thoughts on it. Both teams are out on the pitch, so let's go through it quickly. So Stuart Hogg starts at fullback with Sean Maitland and Duan van der Merwe on the wings, with Sam Johnson and Chris Harris in the centres. Then you have Finn Russell and Ali Price at 9 and 10. Then in the front row, Roy Sutherland, George Turner and WP Nell. Scott Cummings and Johnny Gray are the lock partnerships, with Jamie Ritchie, Hamish Watson and Matt Ferguson in the back row, leading a bench of David Cherry, Nick Haynen, Jamie Batty, Scott Steele, Simon Bergen, Hugh Jones, Grant Gilchrist and Darcy Graham. So that's the Scotland squad. Kyle, your thoughts on that? Happy with that selection?
I think as good as we've got available right now. It's just, I think, unfortunate that Sam Skinner isn't at least in the 23, because he's been playing well for Exeter lately and earned his place back in the squad. But he's Grant Gilchrist and Nick Haynen has been considered over him for both the second row and the back row replacement options. So I'm a bit surprised at that. I'm also a bit surprised they haven't picked a reserve fly half. So we're just all biting our nails and fingers crossing that Finn Russell is fit for the full 80 minutes. Otherwise, it could be a long afternoon if he has to go off. But no, aside from that, I'd say it's probably the best we have available. And again, sad that Cammy Redpath doesn't look like he's going to be back for the rest of the championship. He's still got a lot of problems with his neck right now, so it'll be a few weeks before we see him back in action. But no, yeah, as I said, happy enough with that.
Yeah, I think it is probably the best squad you can really put out at the minute. Let's take a look at the Irish squad that is going to be taken to the field today. Starting at fullback again, Hugo Keenan keeps his place at 15 with Keith Earls and James Lowe on the wings. The centre partnership have been very impressed by these two this campaign, Henshaw and Ringrose, especially Ringrose. 9 is an interesting one. Gibson Park keeps his place, although Murray is fit. And Sexton, of course, at 10. Then in the front row, you got Healy, Herring and Tad Furlong, with Ian Henderson and Ryan in the locks. Tad Byrne, CJ Stander and Connors then are the back row, leaving a bench of Kelleher, Kilcoyne, Porter, Baird, Conan Murray, Burns and Lama. What do you think of that if you're an Irish fan? Would you be happy with that? And then as a Scotsman, who are you aware of? Are you happy with some of the selection that they've gone with?
As I was saying with Connor in a preview, I think we're maybe both a bit surprised that Ronan Kelleher's not kept his place at hooker position, because Rob Herring is a decent player, but apart from his line-out throwing, he doesn't seem to offer that much else around the field in terms of that real X-factor impact. But the back line, again, why John Cooney's not in this 23, I have absolutely zero idea. Don't know what he's done to upset Farrell there. But from an Irish point of view, apart from the ones I mentioned, I'd say I'd be mostly happy with that selection. And then obviously there's some debate of Keith Earls on the wing because he's getting on a bit as to whether Jordan Larmour deserved to be dropped or not there. But yeah, that's apart from that. Yeah, I'd say all good. And from a Scottish point of view, yeah, a bit worried about the pack. I'm hoping we don't get sucked into too much of a forward-orientated game. I think the battle of back row is going to be really, really key. I'm being very impressed with Tag Byrne, both as a second row and as a back row. And it'll be interesting to see how both our flankers, of Ritchie and Watson do going up against him. I'm keen to see that. And at number 8, CJ Stander, obviously on his 50th cap. In terms of experience and ability, you'd have to put him just above Matt Fagerson, but I'm hoping Fagerson is able to, at the very least, go toe-to-toe with him in this game.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a big battle up front, isn't it? And very contrasting styles in this game. Let's get to some of your comments. Rob's Drama, welcome along. If you're new here, welcome. In your opinion, who are the underdogs for this game? Well, I would say Scotland are probably just about favourites for this one. It's very close, though. It's really close. But then, obviously, you do have the fact that Scotland haven't been Ireland for a long time, and the contrasting styles as well. Gregor Galway's in the chat, always in the chat. Good to see Brandon wearing the shirt. And Martin Murray is predicting 2 tries for Ringrose today. We'll have to see if that happens. But they are singing the national anthem. Of course, it is wet up at Murrayfield. When is it not? It is wet here in North Wales as well. But let's get into it then. Predictions for this one. What are you saying? Scotland to win?
I'm predicting Scotland by 5, but yeah, I'm expecting a lot of heart thumping moments and nerves and. But yeah, for the sake of your channel, and I will try to refrain with the language part. That's as much as I can promise.
I think this game's going to be. If Scotland win, it'll be close. I think if Ireland win, I don't think it'll be particularly close, just because the way Ireland will look to dominate. If Ireland can dominate the ball and go through the forwards and keep it tight, I do worry for Scotland. But if the game opens up and if Ireland kick loosely, especially to the likes of Hogg, give Finn Russell time on the ball, Duhan van der Merwe is an absolute beast on the wing, then I would think that Scotland could win this game. I don't know if the conditions particularly help, but
I'm gonna. It's wet, but it's not like torrential rain.
No.
So I think we will see some ball in hand and some running rugby, but I'm just hoping it doesn't get sucked into too much of a kicking game because we don't want to see that. But I expect Ireland to kick quite a bit, but I'm hoping we can actually get the balance right of knowing when to run back at them. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Ian Gilbert out in sunny Spain watching this one. He's back in Ireland by a sneeze. I'm going to back Scotland 3 to 5 points. I think Scotland will do it today, and it will put a lot of pressure on Farrell. But I think the big thing to think about these days now, we're 2 years away, well, a year and a quarter away from a World Cup-ish, year and a half away from a World Cup. Nobody's really going to be making changes at this point. Nobody's going to be making changes. If England had lost yesterday and people had been calling for Eddie Jones's head, then nothing would change just because of the fact we're so close to a World Cup. It's like we were speaking about Italy yesterday, weren't we? About the issues facing them, and Franco Smith isn't going anywhere at all. The Sin Bin says Ireland going to smack them. Okay, we'll have to wait and see. So the game is about to kick off. Just a reminder that I'm not showing the game again. As I say all the time, I don't have as much money as Guinness or the Six Nations, surprisingly. But it is a watch-along way of bringing fans together because we can't get together in the ground or in clubs or in the pub. So do join in the chat. Do join in the banter. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be impartial. I can't promise anything about Kyle, but we're both backing Scotland to win. Warren Gatland in the stands watching this one. It's going to be an interesting battle between Russell and Sexton, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I'm. Because I think with age, Sexton's maybe catching up with him a bit. I don't think he's the player he used to be. But again, this is where Finn has to shine and show he can do it against the players with big reputations, and obviously Sexton does have that in his locker. So. Yeah.
We've just kicked off. Roman Twat. Oh, sorry. Roman Twat is the ref. I do apologise. Got the names muddled up. Roman Twat is the ref.
I got myself into a bit of hot water on a couple of rugby forums for saying that a couple of years ago about him when he refereed us against Ireland. But
so off we go then. So game is literally kicked off. I'm on about 30 seconds here into the game. So.
If I'm wanting to, obviously when the pandemic comes back, if I'm wanting to get anywhere, my referee, I need to watch what I say about. I'm fine with being critical about calls and that, that, but when it gets to personal, I need to. That's not for me.
No, not at all. So Ireland first line out, first opportunity to do something. We know Ireland are going to keep it quite tight. They've got those players going to run, taking into contact. Sexton loves the wraparound, doesn't he, with Gibson Park. Ireland's first opportunity. Tadburn gets it out to James Lowe, who goes against Ali Price. Lovely inside ball to Sexton. Ireland into the 22, maybe a little bit too easily. Ireland looking for a strong start here.
I want to try and hold them up. Unlucky.
Hamish Watson nearly over that one. Oh, Richie, sorry. Nearly over that.
Getting...
Ireland very close here, metre out or so.
Nice.
Good tackle that. Push them
Oh,
back a bit. Advantage though here, not rolling away from Finn Russell, I think. Trying a little kick through, hasn't come off. Still advantage though to Ireland. They're about 10 metres out here.
yeah.
And then the penalty.
Wrong side there, but not the most encouraging. They're clearly trying to bludgeon.
No.
That's where we need to.
But you know that's what Ireland are going to do. They're just going to come. They're just going to pick and go. They're going to use their big ball carriers to try and get over the line.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're Ireland, you just take the points here, don't you?
Well, it was early days.
So again, some points on the board then.
Aye. Scramble defense was good there, but just whatever, we didn't make enough of the impact in pushing them back on the initial surge up to our.
Yeah. So Sexton with a kick literally right in front of the post, about 7, 8 meters, 10 meters out, maybe. He's going to get this. I can't believe he takes so long to get himself ready for that kick when he's right in front of the post.
Aye.
So 3 points to 0. Ireland lead. It's been all Ireland so far. Freddie Clark's in the chat. Hope you're well, Freddie. Good to see you in here. Yep, 3-0 to the Irish so far. Kylie's on the beers already. That's how bad it's been this opening 4 minutes.
5 minutes then. No, it's still early days.
Yeah, the thing is, you haven't had possession yet, so it'll be interesting to see what you can do when you do get ball in hand. The box kick from Gibson Park. You thought Conor Murray was playing. What?
Aye. Well, Gibson Park does box kick quite a lot as well.
Mm.
Aye.
First bits of possession here for Scotland then.
I need to be careful. Ah!
At the breakdown. That's going to be a big battle, isn't it, today, don't you think?
Well, that's where Ireland are good. Is they're good at the hold up tackle, the choke tackle. As it's I can't remember if it's still called that, but you know it's the turnover to get the scrum, and that's what they're good at. But
yeah.
But it kind of annoyed me there that we had to have Stuart Hogg coming all the way from fullback to try and help out there. There's surely got to be other forwards who've got to be. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Sexton and Byrne who've got and Henderson there.
There's only 2 supporting players needed, and try and get another one, but.
Jesus Christ, it's windy outside. Bloody hell. Very windy.
Lovely middle of March weather.
So scrum to Ireland here, just over the halfway line.
Pardon me.
Ball out to Ringrose here into James Lowe. It's good tackle. Good tackle there by Maitland. Line out for Scotland to build off there. What do you think of James Lowe for Ireland? We haven't really seen the best of him, have we yet?
I know. Well, he's clearly got the talent. He's got a good brain on him, but yeah, I think he kicks the ball a bit too much. He could do. He was a bit better against Italy, because he maybe got more opportunities, but I still think he was kicking a bit too much. He could sort of maybe cut in off his wing a bit more sometimes as well. So I think he's a talent, but I think he's still got a bit to prove for an Ireland shirt, because we know what he can do for Leinster. It's not a good start for us at the set pieces. Come on.
Sexton kicks. If you're hoggier, you call for the mark in this. Oh.
Knock on advantage. Don't know what's going on. Why can't we just... Why have we started so sloppy?
Sexton goes for the kick.
Concentrate.
Dangerous. Where's the bounce going?
Is that?
I think that might be a try. I think that's going to be a try.
Oh, for God's sake!
Try given. It's an odd one now. Sexton goes for the kick. I think two Scotsmen kind of bump into each other, to be honest, here. Is it Hogg and Duhan van der Merwe? Not enough communication there, is there? And it bounces and Henshaw gets it.
Don't know about communication. It's just a bit of bad luck with the bounce, but
it comes off Earls' head, I think, and bounces back.
Might be. Oh. Shocking start, though. Absolutely shocking.
It has been a poor start from Scotland. I mean, Scotland haven't done anything yet. Ireland have just their physicality. Every time they get in the ball, they're getting over the gain line, aren't they? They're making meters every single time.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know why. They've not. I don't know why.
It's really important now that Scotland do get into this game, because before you know it, Ireland could get a couple of tries, and then it is worrying then for Scotland. You just need possession more than anything. That's all you need. You have not had the ball. You've had the ball twice.
Also try and play in Ireland's half as well, because we've been...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he missed.
Hits the post, so it remains 8-0, 9 and a bit minutes gone. Let me know your thoughts in the chat on the start of this game. Martin Murray saying try. Connor Broomfield saying boom. That's going to be an interesting conversation. Gavin's in the chat once again. Afternoon, Gavin. Hope you are well. Early prediction, Ireland by 10. It's easy to say that now, isn't it, when they're 8-0 up? But really poor opening 10 minutes for Scotland. Let's see what they can do in response. James Lowe will kick. So a little bit of possession here for the Scotland backs to do something with.
Actually keep the ball for a bit.
Even if you just go through a few phases and nothing really comes out of it, at least you've had a bit of ball. You are making some ground here, though. Some lovely interlapping passes. Ritchie takes it in. Scotland making some yards now, pushing towards the 22.
Oh,
the ball
yeah, no, tackler not rolling away.
So Scotland, a little bit of possession. And a penalty. Take the points here, yeah? Or would you go for the corner? What would you think?
Yeah, they're going for it. I would have said so, actually.
Yeah, just get some points on the board.
Just good to see we've actually woken up a bit, because...
Yeah. I think what we'll see a lot more of now is we'll see Scotland going into the breakdown with an extra man in there because they know of Ireland's ability to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
But that was encouraging from Scotland. So both teams are getting over the game line when they run with the ball, aren't they?
There we go.
And Russell gives Scotland their first points of the match. So it's Scotland 3, Ireland 8. Nearly 12 minutes played. Scotland looking much better in that phase of play compared to the opening 10 minutes or so then. I mean, we saw it yesterday with the France-England game, didn't we, where France were trying to play too much in their own half. And when they changed that, they started to get success off it. And I think that's what Scotland need to be aware. Oh, that bounced everywhere. Need to be aware of is where to play and when to play. And sometimes it's best just to boot it and get it downfield. As Ali Price will box kick this one downfield. Good take by Keenan for Ireland.
There we go. Thank you.
Opportunity for Scotland here. They can do something with it. Oh, go on, one more.
Ah!
Knocked on.
Just take it into contact.
A little bit of space. I thought Furlong was going to go for the interception there. I was like, oh, imagine he runs in from 20 metres. Should Russell have passed to Maitland there? Hard to know.
No, I just should have
held on to the ball.
Aye, just taking the tackle.
But that's encouraging, though, for Scotland as well, because it shows that when you do turn the ball over, if you can get the likes of Watson and Ritchie over that ball quickly and turning it over, you look dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, well, to be fair with that, the whole of that pass, if it was a back out there, I would have been, sort of like slaughtered him for it. But it was only tagged Furlong, so
yeah. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Great start, a great try to start. Luchib asked, why are we so rubbish? And then after the penalty, Ports, come on, Scotland, wake up. And then, sorry. Good to see you, Luchib. Luchib, of course, is a Scotland fan. Let me know who you're supporting in the chat. I'm impartial today.
He's got a green shirt on.
You would expect Ireland probably to have more dominance at the scrum, wouldn't you, to be honest?
I don't know. I think since Peter de Villiers has come in as our scrum coach, our area's improved a lot there. But, and it can be argued that WP Nell is a bit of a better scrummager than Xander Fagerson, at least more consistency. Fagerson's generally a better player around the park, but so I think we should be pretty solid there. But just so far, it's just like round the breakdown, around the field, we just seem to be at the moment getting pummeled, and we're not really asserting ourselves as much as we should be doing. Because against England, most of those tackles we've been making so far, we were knocking England backwards vast majority of the time and getting turnovers. But now it's a tackle.
Ireland keeping it tight here.
Oh, here we go.
Turned over. And it's a penalty to Scotland.
Aye. I'd say the battle of the second rows is going to be really interesting today. I'd say all four are Lions contenders for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Question for you, Kyle. We'll come to you first on this one. How many Scots will we see on the Lions tour this year? For sure, Finn Russell. For me, we should start at 10, but whether he will or not, because it's Gatland. Duhan van der Merwe is a good shout. I think Hamish Watson certainly will be pushing for that 7 jersey. So how many would you be thinking, or would you like to see go on?
I'd like to see. Well, I'd like to see a whole team go from the heart, obviously, but that's not going to happen. No, I'd say, at the moment I'd say about 5 or 6. 5 definitely are going, and they are obviously Johnny Gray. I think is pretty much on the plane. Hamish Watson on the plane. Finn Russell, yeah, he needs a good game today. Stuart Hogg's definitely on the plane as well. Yeah, I think Rory Sutherland's in for a good shout too. So, oh, for God's sake!
Penalty to Ireland at the scrum. Easy exit then for the Irish. To
be fair, it has been one of Ireland's better things this tournament, as Paul O'Connell has definitely given them a lot more steel up front. Not that they didn't have it already, but he's definitely improved them. Oh yeah, the missed touch.
Hogg kicks. There's space for Hugo Keenan. Henshaw in 2 minds what to do. I think Jamie Ritchie's another person who has to be considered for the Lions as well.
Yeah. But I mean, I think with
the amount of choice there it's crazy, isn't it?
But yeah, on this day, I'd say Jamie Ritchie's as good as anyone. So
yeah. Good take.
Knock on again. Stop knocking it on.
That was a weird one from Hamish Watson. He seems to catch it and throw it down. It's a good kick from Ireland as well. Just little mistakes, aren't there? Little mistakes where you just can't get your rhythm going. You can't get the simple things right. So you can't then get the platform to play at all. Because I don't think Ireland have been that good in this game, if I'm being totally honest. But Scotland have allowed Ireland just to have the possession, always giving the possession away.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've came out as I was expecting them to. I was expecting them to try and pummel us, do a few wraparound moves in the back line. Oh, again! What is going on with the line-outs?
Line-out steal from Ireland here. They're just outside the 22.
What's going on with this line-out? Is there an echo there? Is that just me?
Henshaw nearly breaking the tackle. Sexton kicks it through, advantage offside. That will go dead. For you Ireland here, what is the choice? Do you take the points or do you go corner, put the pressure on?
Oh, they're going for the line out.
This is going to be a driving maul for sure, isn't it?
Really trying to pummel us up front. I don't know what is going on with our line out today, because it was good against England. Why has it suddenly gone to... It was inconsistent against Wales, but today it's just gone absolutely down the toilet.
To shit.
I was trying not to swear there, but yes.
Ireland claim the line-outs. Here comes the driving maul. Discipline's going to be important here for Scotland.
You started well, now it's...
Scotland have actually done very well there. Gibson Park goes. Tackled.
Yes!
And Scotland get the penalty. Massive penalty.
Who was that?
I was thinking maybe there was potentially a high tackle on Gibson Park. I'd be interested to see it. I thought it was maybe just on the shoulder, so it might have been okay.
Yeah, I think that was from my view. I see what you're saying, but my view was fine because he was just like
Hamish Watson. If you can have a mullet like that, you've got to be doing those kind of things, haven't you, on the pitch?
I don't get why the mullet's coming back, but you know,
That's massive for Scotland, though, isn't it? It's a poor kick from Russell, but massive for Scotland there, that turnover.
Watson, that's what he Does very well indeed. Need more of that. I don't know why Finn Russell's the one who's doing the punt kicks, because Stuart Hogg's got a far longer range than that. So
yeah.
Surprised Finn for that job, but
So halfway into this first half, Ireland leading by 8 points to 3, an early try for Henshaw. Scotland slowly getting back into it to some extent. Just little mistakes, little things creeping in.
Aye.
Just slowing any kind of rhythm in the game. Scotland win the line out.
Bit better. I say a bit better because we won it.
Yeah. Not convincing though, but Scotland with a little bit of possession in their own 22 though. Just want a simple exit here, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think Ali Price will try and do that.
Yeah, but chasers are all forward, so too easy.
Ireland throwing it about nicely.
Oh, yeah. Forward, ref. Come on.
Backwards, according to Roman Twat. I think he's an all right ref, but I think his communication is lacking so much. I think his communication is horrific in games. That's a great kick. If that goes out, it's going to be too much. That's a brilliant kick. Yeah. That is an absolutely brilliant kick.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you.
That is a heck of a kick. And a good chase as well to put pressure on him.
Yeah. What better? No, that was forward there. He didn't miss that. That pass to Byrne was definitely forward.
Yeah.
And then that knock. Oh, no, that's fine. That's play on.
But opportunity for Scotland here. Line out for them. It hasn't looked pretty so far, their line out, but we just haven't seen the likes of Russell or Hogg or Duhan van der Merwe with ball in hand yet. We've just not seen it.
Yeah, still early days, though. So,
yeah.
So hopefully we can get a bit of momentum here, and if we can get our noses in front, or at least at the very least come away with 3 points from this this period of territory. Oh, please don't be injured, Johnny Gray.
Well, he's down. Looks in a bit of pain. How do you assess the opening 20 minutes then? For Scotland, sloppy start, but maybe in a way, would you consider yourselves lucky to be at 8 points to 3?
Don't know about luck. I don't know about lucky, but yeah, it's not been the best start. I mean, we've come out the blocks far too slowly. We've let Ireland bludgeon us. I was expecting Ireland to come out and play that way, but no, our line-out's not been great. So it's been a bit sloppy, but still a long way to go.
Yeah, there is a long way. Ireland obviously did what we expected them to do, but they probably think with all the possession they've had and the way Scotland have been playing, that maybe they should have more on the board.
Yeah, but yeah, no, probably yeah. But I mean, again, they took the corner penalty at 8-3. Maybe they should have taken the points earlier. I understand why they did it, because they thought they had an upper hand. But oh, for God's sake, not again!
Lost the line out again. And Scotland right
that
now is
wasn't George Turner's fault that time, though. That's basic. Just catch the ball.
advantage over for Ireland. If Scotland can get this ball back, good take by Duhan van der Merwe. So Scotland just over the 10-meter line. Little bit of time now in possession.
Oh, I just don't.
Watson thought about the offload.
Come on, just keep the ball. Oh, he's offside. Surely he moved offside there.
Scotland playing a little bit here. Lovely chip over from Russell. Finds Maitland. Maitland beats Henshaw, but tackled by Lowe. Scotland now getting the ball out of the breakdown a little bit quicker than they were before. Bit of space out here. Johnson to Hamish Watson. Finds Duhan van der Merwe.
Yeah, keep it in.
He's kept it in. I think that ball, is it Scotland's? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Into the 22 now. Good hand. Oh, and it's knocked forward. And again, another handling error from Scotland.
Go on, go low, you silly billies.
James Lowe kicks. Head down towards Hogg, who has a bit of time. Bit of space on the left if Scotland can head there. It's interesting though, when you do have the ball, you actually look quite dangerous, but then you do something stupid like knock it on or offside or something.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm really skeptical about whether Ireland are actually onside half the time. Because there's been a couple of times they shot out the line so fast, but I'm just thinking, no way they've been onside.
Yeah.
Because there was one clear time, CJ Stander was clearly standing just narrowly in front of the breakdown, and when he did it, so something for the officials to look out for.
Yeah. Tad Furlong stepping a couple of Scotsmen's. His inner Tommy Bowe coming out there.
Yeah.
But for Scotland, the thing is that when you, as I said, when you do have the ball, you look dangerous. But you do. No, you stole it in the line out. What's going on? Can't win your own line out, but you can steal the opposition's.
I think that's only like the second line out Ireland have had, though. So
Ireland are really flying out, so there might be some gaps for Scotland.
Oh, come on. Ah.
Good steal from Ireland here.
Come on, Hoggy, come on. Come on.
Hogg, can he gather it? He's going. Has it been knocked on? I don't know what's going on.
Has it?
Oh, is it trying? Is he going to count?
I wasn't sure if he knocked it on there or not.
I have no idea. Is that counting? It's counting, I think.
No, they're checking. They're checking. Not getting excited.
I have no idea. I thought that.
No, I thought he knocked. I thought Hogg
hit his head. It bounced.
I thought he knocked it on, then kicked it. So
I have no idea.
We'll have to have a look at it because I did.
I have no idea. What's the question he's asking though?
If there's a potential knock on in the build-up.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So he wants to check Hogg. So he's happy with what Russell did. So I think he just wants to check what Hogg did.
I think there was might have been a knock on here, but
I'm really not too sure.
Did I get to?
There was just so many things happening.
Come on, BBC, get to the. Okay, here we are.
So let's have a look at this here. So the kick comes from Ringrose.
That's fine.
Kicks it. Yes, knock on. It's a knock on, isn't it?
No, where does that hit him? If it hits him off the
I
face,
thought it hit his hand. He kicks it.
Chest.
To his chest. It's on his chest. It's hit his chest. I think that's going to be all right. It's a try. It's a try. It's been given. That's mental. That's one of the worst tries I've ever seen. Not the worst, but just one of the most. I don't know. It's come off his chest.
No, it came off his chest, his face. It was lucky his hands didn't touch it.
So try to Scotland here. Scotland back into this one. 8 points to 8 with an opportunity to go in the lead with one of the most random tries I've ever seen. But Scotland will take it.
Oh, well, yes.
And with a conversion right from the post, which was lads, and Scotland are in the lead. Who'd have thought it? Who would have thought it? Scotland 10, Ireland 8. How are you feeling now?
A bit fortuitous, to be honest, because it came off his chest and his head, but he put his hand out. He could have deemed that maybe a knock on, but it didn't look like he touched his hand at all. So absolutely fine. Absolutely
nothing wrong with it. Everyone is agreeing in the comments, which is good to see. 100% a try. And Scotland in the lead.
Irish forums that'll be looking at, oh, he put his hand out, and then there'll be like photos of it like touching the fingertips or something. There normally is after these things, isn't there?
Indeed. Just over 10 minutes to go then till half time. Scotland in the lead. Who would have thought they'd been in the lead considering the way the game has gone and Ireland's dominance? But you take it.
Oh, not again, another knock on. What is wrong with the knock on? Just catch the ball. Came off Ireland first. Sorry. Came off Ireland first. Pardon me, because I thought we knocked it on.
Yeah, I thought that was you guys knocking it on, but.
I'm worried about how Ireland are using the high balls, though.
They're clearly targeting your players, aren't they? With them. Looking back at the try now, 100% off the chest. He doesn't touch it with his hands. It looks like he's going to go for it, but he might think it's interesting why he doesn't go for that with his hands. But just right place at the right time for Finn Russell.
The thing is, he did try to go for it with his hands. So he's lucky he didn't touch it. So. But still, it is I'm worried about because the line-out's still not functioning too well, and under the high balls, as I said, it's not. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised Wales didn't try that more a couple of weeks ago.
Our line-out had been shambolic though as well. That's the thing. Our line-out looks much better now. We had 100% line-out yesterday, but our line-out's been shambolic across the course of the tournament.
Well, it's better than the last two games I've seen. The first two, I agree. It's not been the best, but aye. I see a lot of your fellow Welshmen are fairly confident going into Paris next week. Do you share their confidence?
No, I'm always quite pessimistic though. But if France, for the Penaud try that they scored, I think that's the best try we've seen in the Six Nations for potentially a long time. It was world class. It was so good. We are historically very good. Our defense. We have to slow that French ball down, though. We just have to do it. Otherwise, it could be really embarrassing. And I worry about North against Vakatawa. That's a brilliant scrum from Scotland. Brilliant scrum.
Aye.
That's psychologically quite a big thing as well. But yeah, Vakatawa against Georgia North is not something I'm particularly looking forward to. It'd be interesting to see if Jalibert keeps his place. I think he will. I don't think you can drop him for the kind of performance he put in. And you've got to keep Antoine Dupont quiet. You've just got to try. It's very difficult to do that because of how good he is, but you've got to try and keep him quiet. It's going to be a really, really tough game. Being in Paris as well makes it tougher. If we're at home, we have a very good record against France at home. It's going to be a really difficult game. And France will still have something that they can get out of the game. They'll still believe they can get something out of this. Yeah. I mean, Scotland is still in it. Even Scotland is still in it. If Scotland win today, makes it interesting for them as well. because you have Italy next week. So you'd think that you'd put a load of points on them, if we're being totally honest, if they play like they did against us. And then obviously you have France. I think it's been reported to be the 26th. Is that confirmed? Do you know? Has that been?
That's the report still. I don't know yet if it's confirmed, but yeah. Oh, again, the line out. What is going on? But yeah, no, that's the date confirmed. So yeah.
So you'd expect you to go and beat
Italy.
Go and beat Italy quite comfortably. Bonus point on them, and then you've got Ireland trying to come over, and they have. I mean, so yeah, you'd expect you to go and beat the Italians comfortably. France again, if we lose to France, then it's between you and France potentially for the Six Nations title, as well as us being in the mix.
Wales as well, because obviously France, I think, would have to get the bonus point, I think, and if Wales get a losing bonus point as well, that would make things points difference. But yeah.
You look how quick Byrne gets over that ball. I mean, he's just straight over it. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Well, I burp. Disgusting. Let's have a look. On the hog try, Finrod on, not off the hand, so I guess he can play a bit of football with it, chest ahead and score. Martin says, too many Irish mistakes. Try being Scottish for this one. Try being Scottish. Earls hasn't been playing very well at all. Well, he just put in a heck of a tackle there. And ball retention will be important against France. Again, you've just got to slow French ball down. But at the end of the day, like, you look at this, again, that try for Penaud, I don't think anyone in the world is stopping that. That's just how good it is. It's that good.
I'll have to watch it, because I had a fellow referee tell me that there was an offsides there from Figu as he was going in. I'll have to watch it back again. That's
next and successful. So Ireland take the lead with just over 5 minutes to go of this first half. 11 points to 8.
But as I was saying, like, I'll have to watch it back again. But there's thoughts that Figu was offside as they played it out. But yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to look at it again and see if that was the case or not.
Yeah.
Oh well, we've got the ball back.
Let's see what you can do before half time.
No, not again! Stop it!
And turned over once again.
Fellow players, you fools!
I mean, you are getting battered at the breakdown now. Absolutely battered.
No. Who is it who said that Keith Rolls was having a poor game so far? Because he's actually
just got a brilliant turnover, didn't he? Fellow Scotsman, I give up. It's so frustrating because, again, when you've had the ball, you've looked okay, but then you do something well. So you win the ball off the restart, and then you lose it.
Absolutely. It's just, what can I say?
Hopefully the game will open up a little bit more in the second half. There's been no rhythm, no flow to the game because of the amount of mistakes on both teams. Both teams have committed made a lot of mistakes.
Right off the ref. I think he paid off the referee there.
Well, backwards. Scotland with ball then.
Oh, no.
Why has he gone that way? So line out to Ireland. Too many silly errors. We have a chance of winning this game. We better get a grip in the second half. That's what YouTube thinks. Roman Twat getting a knock.
Yeah. Too true, YouTube.
I guess he's been doing well since these turnovers. I think Keith Earls is an interesting player because crossing, I think.
Thank you. Crossing that line out.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Tag Byrne of all people.
And he's been really good this game so far, hasn't he? He's been an absolute menace at the breakdown. Scotland going for the points. You could go in the lead. at half-time in the lead.
Tough kick, though.
Yeah. Yeah, definite crossing there from Tad Burn. Mark Joe says there is a big plus for Scotland, though. Score being as close as it is with their mistakes, it can only go one other way, and that's better play. That's the thing, though. You're still in this. That's the thing, and you're potentially going to go in the lead, and we'll look at the stats at half time to see how many mistakes, how many handling errors there have been. That'll be interesting to see. 2.5 minutes to go of this first half. Difficult kick for Russell, but certainly within his range.
No.
He sliced it. It's wide. Fairly wide, to be honest, that one. 2 minutes left of this first half.
So, well, plus size, if we can get the ball back from here, we've still got a chance of getting something.
Well, Ireland are going to make that a competitive game. Oh, backwards. Where's that gone?
We knocked it on, for God's sake.
Ireland have the ball. Well, James Lowe juggles it a little bit. Advantage over. Hogg with the ball. Haven't seen enough of him this half at all. Russell chips it over. This could work really well. Whoa! So Ireland have an option of the line out or the scrum. So we'll see what they pick.
Oh, that's a...
I mean, that's just 50-50 here it comes off, isn't it? It really is. How much do you think Finn Russell heading to France to Racing has improved his game? Because for me, he's just improved so much.
Yeah, no, his all-round game's definitely a lot better. It's just unfortunate that he's not the first choice goal kicker at Racing. It's Maxime Machino who kicks the goals for them. So that's, a bit of a... So, I mean, that's what I don't like about his move. But apart from that, no, his all-round game's definitely improved and he's matured a lot as a player as well. So, no, I think, I mean, from that point of view, it was a good choice for him to go there.
Definitely.
I just wish they'd switch the... I can see why, because Machino's a very good goal kicker, but I wish they would switch it to Finn kicking more.
Indeed. So last chance for Ireland to get anything else from this game. They have a scrum with about 40 seconds to go. Just a reminder at half-time, myself and Carl will have a quick break, but we'll be back to look at some stats and to discuss the first half and, of course, watch the second half as it goes through. So, scrum here.
Been doing okay at the scrum so far.
Yeah, you have a decent little shove there. Ringrose.
Oh, come on. Let's get...
We're into the final play of the half then.
Yeah, no, you got to be smarter there. You got to be smarter.
Penalty for Ireland then. I mean, you just take the points here, don't you?
It's Ali Price, idiot that he is.
Getting way too eager, wasn't he? And Ireland will have a 4-point advantage going into.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Does Gibson Park get his hands on that?
Actually.
I was thinking, I thought Gibson Park had put his hands on the ball.
No, I mean more because he went forward and then he stepped up. He should put his hand, because most referees don't have a problem with that. If they sort of misread it and step up and then put hands up and say, "Look, okay, I'm not interfering with play." That's generally okay and play on. So, but he didn't interfere with play. So I think it's a wee bit harsh there, but.
So Sexton's put us into half time.
Definitely could have controlled how he went out there. It was doable, but Still, he should have made a better effort to get back and just put his hands up and say, "Look, I just misread it. I'm not interfering at all."
Yeah.
The majority of referees will let that go if you do that. Just miss Sexton. Oh, no, he's got it.
He's got it. It is half-time. Ireland leading 14 points to 10. Bit of a scrappy first half, you got to be honest. But Scotland's still very much in it. And considering Scotland's mistakes, it is pretty close. So quickly before we go to half-time, how would you summarise that from a Scotland point of view? And then I'll try and summarise it from an Irish point of view.
Sort the frickin' line out. Can I use the word frickin'?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just sort the bloody line out. Like, actually cut down the errors, keep the ball better, sharpen up also in our high balls because we've been put under a lot of pressure there. And I think at the start of the game, I think we were a bit too naive in that area, and it should have been a lot sharper there. So yeah, just basically those areas, and when we keep doing what we're doing with ball in hand, but just cut out the errors and the gaps will come. And yeah, because in defense, actually, I don't think we've been that bad after the initial start. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I think for Ireland, they're obviously getting a lot of dominance at the breakdown, so they need to continue targeting that. They know they need to slow the Scottish ball down. But in attack, we've not seen all that much from them. We've seen them going forward, maybe again over the gain line a few times. But when Scotland get the ball as well, Scotland are getting over the gain line. They're recycling it fairly quickly. But Scotland just need to cut out the little mistakes from their game.
I don't know where our head's at. Like, we can play like we did against England, but today I don't know why our heads are just so just come on, it's international rugby. It should be
and it's a massive game for both teams. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed and get your thoughts in the chat. As always, we'll be back in 2 minutes. There we go. We are back. It's half time in the game between Ireland and Scotland up at Mofield. Ireland leading 14 points to 10. Do let me know your thoughts in the chat. There are a few comments which we will get to shortly. You're more than welcome to this watch long. I hope you're well. It is blinking windy outside. It's so windy. My windows are going insane. But it's been an odd game of rugby. We haven't really seen much structure in the game at all. We're going to have a look at some stats in just a second. And also, we're going to have a chat with Kyle, of course, about what he thinks about Scotland. I'm sure he's a very frustrated Scotsman. So we will get to that. If you're new here, do hit that subscribe button. Thank you. We just hit 1,180 subscribers. So it'd be great if we can push towards that 1,200 subscribers over the next week or so. Let's get Kyle back in because we're going to chat a bit about the Scots, and of course we'll talk about Ireland and have a look at some stats. Let's have a chat then with Kyle. Kyle, welcome back. First off, very frustrating, but happy you're still in it.
Happy still in it, yes. Let's just put it that way. I've said the rest prior to us going off air for a bit. Oh God, I just hope we can actually just sort the line out. When we keep the ball and play with pace, we do look good. So if we can do that and maybe get a couple of tries, one could argue we were lucky with the try we got, but we need to be a lot better at that. And yeah, because I feel Ireland are going to try and squeeze the game in the second half, and we need to at least get parity there.
Yeah, for sure. Let's have a look at the stats from this game because it'd be interesting to see the whole handling error kind of thing and see where it has been won and lost. So if I share my screen, if you'd like to do that, yes, it will. There we go. So let's have a look at the stats from the game. So Ireland have dominated possession, 58% to 42%, with Ireland with 57% compared to Scotland's 53%. We spoke about it yesterday in the France-England game about France trying to play too much in their own half. Do you think that's been a little bit of the case for Scotland in this game?
I wouldn't say so, actually, because the time we have played out it hasn't been bad timing. It's just more with regards to keeping the ball. Because, I mean, when it's been broken play, we haven't kicked it straight back to Ireland. We've ran back at them. But the possession in the opponent's 22 is really worrying. And again, that comes from just not setting ourselves a foundation, i.e. winning the line-out ball and, going from there. And that's really where what comes down to that. But yeah, no, I mean, the rest of it doesn't really surprise me. Ireland have more possession, more territory, obviously, but hopefully that can flick around or get somewhere in 50-50 in the second half. But
yeah, definitely. Let's have a look then at some handling errors. It's actually quite interesting. Only 5 to the 8 of Ireland, but then breakdown steals 4 to the 2 of Scotland. Tad Burns been a little bit of a menace at the breakdown. Slowing things down and turning the ball over. 2 knock-ons apiece, which isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Scotland haven't offloaded at all yet, but that's not really all that much of an issue. Turnover tackles, 3 to Ireland. Tackles made, 96% success rate for both teams, which is very high, which is really good from both teams. In the set piece, this is the interesting one, isn't it? 1 line out won, 3 lost for Scotland. It doesn't read good, does it, at all? Because that's what's going to give you the platform. You've got yourselves into decent positions by winning penalties, and you go for the corner, and yet you just can't win your own line out. And the line out and the scrum is the platform to build off. And you just really haven't had that platform at all. Because as we said during the match, when you have had the ball, you've looked all right. You've looked like you're going forward, you're going through the gears, you're pushing, but for whatever reason, you just cannot keep the ball in hand and keep it from sticking. And looking at the rest of the stats, it's not really all that bad. 6 penalties conceded is a little bit high, a little bit for the first half. But again, it's been a very scrappy game. So those are the stats. Let's have a look at what some of you are saying. Connor Broomfield says a 4-point lead is scant reward for Ireland's dominance in that first half. Errors keeping Scotland in the game. I think Ireland would be frustrated. Both teams are coming out, so we will jump into that shortly. Freddie Clarkson, it's so close, and cut the mistakes out. Scotland will win this. Ian Gilbert's Ireland have a better bench and could win it with the correct substitutions. Martin Murray's a little bit sarcastic, I think, with that comment. Scott's lineout is great. Well, both teams are back out. How do you see the second half going, Kyle? You still back in Scotland to get the job done?
I don't know. I just hope we can learn from our mistakes. Actually, learn to keep the ball. And get the set piece sorted. Scrum's been not too bad actually. But
you look decent at the scrum actually, which is giving you the platform to build up and off. But
yeah, and again, just making sure we're smart with it, not giving Ireland anything soft or cheap because. And actually, because at the start, I was really annoyed with how we didn't really stand up to them physically up front. I thought we were really naive there, and we need to be better at that when they have the ball.
So off we go. 10 points to 14 in favour of Ireland. Second half at Murrayfield. Off we go.
That's it. And also, if I were a referee, I'd look more at Ireland's offside line because there's been a couple of times it's been very close to the line. It's not been picked up.
Is that Roman Twat who's the ref today? Sorry, Roman Pratt. Sorry, I misread his name. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Scotland.
Oh, come on, get him off the ball.
Referee, he's very much more onto this whole thing of Ireland rolling away, isn't he? In at the side there.
Silly. He's not watching the offside though. There's a couple of times there. I mean, one occasion, Hank Byrne was way up in front of his fellow teammates, and he wasn't picked up for it. So it's annoying, but there you go. I've no doubt there'll be some Irish fans commenting about, what about this miss from Scotland and that. It happens every game.
If I was England, though, I really wouldn't be worried ahead of next week for Ireland. Really wouldn't be worried.
No, England seemed to have Ireland's number. Well, the way they played yesterday, England generally seemed to have Ireland's number, and how to play them. But
well, I said in my match review yesterday after the England-France game, I felt that was the best England have played since the semi-final of the World Cup against New Zealand. That's the best they've played. It's looking a bit dangerous.
It's not a tackle. He's not. If that was Ireland, you would have given that.
He's over the ball there. And brilliant turnover. Is that Hamish Watson or Richie? It's one of them. It's Richie. Brilliant work over the ball there. Did you just hear what Roman Pratt said? Did you catch what he said? He was like, maybe I'm wrong, but that's my view on that decision with Jamie Ritchie there. It's not convincing when you hear a ref say that, is it?
Well, whatever happened to the referee's decision is final, though. That's I know we can criticise the things that he missed, but at the end of the day, the referee makes the decision.
Yeah, exactly. So line-out Scotland, can they win their first line-out? Nope.
Goose fraba. For anyone who's seen anger management.
It's clearly gone to their heads now, hasn't it? The line-out.
Well, it's just I don't know. It's like I would point at the like not keeping of the meter gap exactly, but but both teams are doing it, so I'm not gonna, and that happens almost every game, so I'm not gonna pick too much on that.
Russ with no kick through.
Find your jumpers.
Yep. Maybe Ireland just know the calls of Scotland. They just worked it out.
Yeah, no, they've clearly worked on them, like absolutely. Yeah. But then again, they've had a couple of moments where they've been a bit skeptical with their discipline, so with their discipline there, I should say.
It's not the greatest kick from Gibson. Ringrose wins the ball in the air.
Oh, come on, get him.
That's forward, is it? No.
Oh, he's isolated, but well, we've won the ball, so that's fine.
Playing a bit. I think you're trying to play too much here. I think.
Yeah, I would put a kick in, try and get.
I think Ali Price is looking to do that now. And he does. Was he tackled in the air there?
From an Irish point of view, Keenan, I think, has had a very good game.
Good young player coming through, isn't he? Very good young player.
Definitely showing his, he's worthy of keeping the fullback jersey just now.
Bit of kick tennis going on.
Box kick tennis, yeah. Oh, what did he do there?
Not releasing again.
I think he's refereeing. I wonder if he's refereeing one team.
This is interesting what Ireland do here. I think they're going to go for the posts.
Yes, looks like it, I think.
Oh, going for the corner.
All right.
Interesting choice. The thing is, this Ireland team can be got at. They can be got at. And if Scotland just get the simple things right, like...
Oh, yeah, no. Actually, no, I take that back. He did get that one. He did get that call right because Scott Cummings was off his feet throughout the game. So, oh, nearly. See, we're not doing terrible on their lineouts. Our own lineout is shocking.
Advantage to Ireland, though. Sexton dances. Is caught. And we'll come back for the original penalty. Going for the corner again here, Ireland. If Ireland score here, a try, you do worry a little bit that this game.
Very worried.
No.
Yeah, no, he's right there again. That one is right. Can't be doing that. Oh, that was... Oh, well.
Ball is there for Ireland. 5 meters out. Big defensive shift needed here from Scotland.
Yes. Ah.
Has he got there?
Roman Poit's getting involved.
I think this has been held up. That was my initial reaction.
Oh, it's a try.
It's a try to Ireland. Byrne crashes over, I think it was. I think the power of this Ireland team really is coming to the fore now. Todd Byrne crashing over 4. Has he got that down? I can't see them down.
His head in.
Has it hit the ground? Roman Pryor said he's seen it on the ground, so he's happy with it. So Ireland leading 21 points to 10. Finally, Ireland are penalising Scotland's mistakes. Next score is crucial. I've been impressed by Ireland's line speed. I know you're saying some of them are offside, and I'm not going to comment on that, but their line speed has been so good today.
There's been at least 3 of them that have not been picked up and have been offside.
But their line speed, just their intensity is something else. I think it's from Maitland. Yes, it has. Well, Roman Pratt said he's seen the ball down. We didn't see anything say that the ball was down.
But hey, if he's put his head there and he sees the ball's grounded, then
yeah,
he can't really. But if he's actually gone there and he's actually seen conclusive proof that the ball is on the ground, then
yeah,
because we're only judging from a camera angle and
true.
Again, they're high balling
backwards there for Ireland. Big hit there. Ball back to Ringrose. But it's stagnant, this attack from Ireland. I mean, it's a bit boring in it now. Just going through phase after phase from Ireland.
again.
Another penalty at the breakdown. I mean, you take the points if you're Ireland here and you make it. Yeah, you definitely take the points here, I think. Not rolling away. Taking the points. Do you think it's game over if he gets this?
Oh, pretty much. I don't know. He might come back. I'm just kind of depressed. We might come back in with a try or two and then make it close and then get heartache. Sorry, I'm just kind of depressed watching this, to be honest with you.
The thing is, for Scotland, like this Ireland team aren't playing that well. It's not that Ireland are playing well at all, really.
No, they are playing well with what they do is very effective, but you can argue it's not the prettiest to watch. But we're just almost handing it to them. Too many mistakes. Name matching them up physically up front well enough, and bad at the line out, bad under the high ball, and quite annoying. Well, really annoying, not quite annoying.
25 minutes to go then. Sexton with a kick in front of the posts.
Should get this.
Yeah, it's a very simple kick for him. He's got it. Ireland leading 24 points to 10, so a two score difference now between the two sides. So changes. Duran van der Merwe's going off. He hasn't had enough ball, has he? Just simply has not had enough ball. Hugh Jones on. He's obviously moving to Bayonne in the summer, I believe it is.
Oh, is he? I've not kept up with that.
Yeah. He's been reported.
Oh, was that straight out? Oh, you fools! You stupid fools!
Straight out from Finn Russell.
No, that's bounced in. No,
It's bounced in. How's the line judge missed that?
Yeah, fine.
Wow. How's he missed that, though? He's literally right in front of it.
No, terrible from the touch judge. That's right in front
of
it.
Yeah, touch judge. He's literally right in front of him. He's looking at it, and he's...
That's right in front of him.
How's he missed that?
Still a poor kickoff from...
No, yeah.
Don't know how he's... Yeah, right in front of him. I don't know how he's not... judged that as he has. Maybe saw it as like a sort of blade of the white line, but it looked okay from there.
So Scotland want to get anything from this game. They need to get a try pretty soon, you'd have to say. Gibson Park going on his own.
Yes, we're getting a penalty from that.
Penalty to Scotland. Good work at the breakdown. Not sure what Ireland were doing there, to be honest, but Andrew Porter. You've got to go to the corner here, haven't you? You've got to go to the corner.
Oh, we need to get the try now to be in with a chance.
That's the problem, though. Your lineup's been so shaky that. Going to the corner.
Actually, I would say bring off.
Has he missed it? He's missed it.
What?
He's missed it.
Can I look at it again?
I think I'm convinced he's missed that.
Yeah, right enough. Fair. No, I got that right. That's right that time. Silly.
That pretty much summarises up your day, doesn't it? To be honest.
It's just annoying. No, it's just really annoying. It's like things. I'm not gonna blame Roman Poit for this too much. I mean, as I said, there's been a couple of offsides he's missed, but on the whole, we're shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Can't really complain.
No.
And there's I don't know. I can't really think of anyone who's putting a hand up to Warren Gatland today, who's obviously watching. Literally, I can't. I mean, maybe Jamie Ritchie or Hamish Watson outside, but apart from that, I can't think of any.
For Ireland, though, I think Tad Burton's had a heck of a game, hasn't he? He's been such a menace at the breakdown.
Yeah, Robbie Henshaw's had a very good game as well, centre. CJ Sanders done excellently in his 50th cap.
It's an interesting debate for 10 for the Lions, isn't it, though, now? I think it is a very interesting debate. I personally would still go with Russell because I think he offers us that creativity.
Well, the way he's playing just now, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. But I don't think you don't start Farrell at 10. George Ford maybe is in second place, you'd say?
Maybe, but I don't know because actually, no, I didn't think Farrell. I mean, he was better yesterday, but I didn't think he was as much better as he has been. He was actually, apart from his goal kicking, he was mostly quite quiet.
Yeah,
I'd say.
So nearly 20 minutes to go. Ireland with a scrum on the 10-metre line inside their own half.
There we go.
Penalty for Scotland.
No, it's a free kick.
Free kick, sorry. Ali Price takes it quick. Sam Johnson. Nearly squeezing through the gap. Quick ball here. There's men out wide if they can get it there.
Oh, here we go. Come on. That's it. Go. Yes!
Oh, what a try from Hugh Jones. Hugh Jones steps through beautifully. What a try that is for Scotland. Is that the lifeline Scotland need? With 20 minutes to go, there was space out wide. Scotland took it quick. Lovely hands. And Hugh Jones dances past the players and gets over the scoreline, the try line. Looking at it back here, it's just quick ball. Hogg does really well to hold his line here. He does really, really well to hold his line. And Hugh Jones, well, James Lowe just goes too high, doesn't he? He just goes too high on the tackle. James Lowe has to take the man out there. He has to take him.
Aye. Gibson Park's got to go lower there. From my Irish point of view, Gibson Park's got to go lower there as well.
But a brilliant try from Hugh Jones. Great step from him.
Yeah.
And Scotland are right back in this one.
Need to get the kick first before we say that.
Great try. But the game needed a try like that. We've had shit tries, if we're being honest. They've been awful tries.
Yeah.
It won't be the easiest conversion, but Hogg's going to take over kicking duties. Interesting.
All right. There we go.
He's got it. Ireland 24, Scotland 17. It's a one-score game now.
I don't know if Finn's confidence has been shattered there, or if he's.
That's what I think it is. To be honest, I think his mind might have gone, and just to take that pressure off, might give him a bit more freedom to play. I think Hogg does brilliantly there to hold his line, holds his line.
Yeah.
Releases it at exactly the right point.
James Lowe goes too high, and then.
Oh yeah, he's got to take him out there, but.
Yeah, good. But away back, if we can cut out the errors.
20 minutes to go then. Game back on.
Off the head.
All the chances of that. Sexton will kick this one. Scotland have struggled under the high ball so far. And Ireland claimed it. Surely it's gone forward. It has. Advantage to Scotland. Can they attack from here? This is where they tend to thrive.
That's a knock on back.
But they'll come back for the original penalty. Let's have a look at the bench, because we have seen some players come on already. And I'll get your thoughts on who you'd like to see come on. So Hugh Jones has come on. I'm not sure if we've seen any changes in the front row yet. But is there any...
Simon Bergen's on for WP Nell, I think.
Okay, Simon Bergen is on. Anyone else you'd like to see? Maybe Darcy Graham as Duran van der Merwe or Sean Maitland really has been very quiet in the game. Would you like to see Darcy Graham come on?
Yeah, no, I'd bring him on soonish just to bring a bit of spark. Looks like Nick Hanning's coming on for Jamie Ritchie by the looks of it.
Is Finn Russell going off?
Aye.
Interesting choice that. Do you think it's just his confidence is shot? So you think that...
I don't know if that's Darcy Graham gone on or if he's...
So Hogg goes to 10. Hogg would go to 10.
Yeah, Maitland to fullback with Darcy Graham can play there as well.
Thoughts on that change? Are you surprised or?
A wee bit actually. I don't know if it's because he's if he's got an injury or if he's just lost his confidence has gone a bit. But or it's an HIA assessment.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I don't know if he'll be coming back on.
Mm.
So you're saying about Darcy Graham? I would have brought him on, but I wasn't sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Hogg clears it. I mean, Ireland are loving this high ball at the minute. Sean Maitland calls for the mark. So, 16 minutes to go. I think some more changes for Scotland going to be coming through. Rob Herring is off for Ireland, with Ronan Kelleher coming on. He's impressed me this tournament. Tad Byrne is off as well.
That surprised me.
Tad Byrne's had a great game.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Jack Conan coming on for him. And changes for Scotland. George Turner is off, with Dave Cherry coming on to replace him.
I don't. The lineouts though isn't entirely George Turner's fault. The whole lineout team, the whole forward pack have to take responsibility there because there've been times he's been throwing okay, they've been not catching it, and other times where his throwing's not been great, but it's not been entirely his fault.
Hugh Jones going for the rip there. He's been very much involved since coming on. Good defence this from Scotland. Ireland not really going anywhere, in fact being pushed back. I think Hamish Watson might be out, not quite. That's forward. And Scotland will take that. Good defence there, mate.
Better, but where's that been all game?
Yeah, very, very true. So, 14 minutes to go now.
It was a poor pass there, though, by Logan.
Two tries apiece. What's Roman Pratt looking at now? Is he gonna? I think he might be looking at this clear out. That Rory Sutherland is off for Scotland, and it is Jamie Batty coming on. Someone's got a broken finger.
Aye.
How are you feeling going into this last 15 then?
Let's just say, if you're Scottish, you need to have a strong heart and a strong liver because you need plenty of peace. But no, I'm not optimistic, but well, I don't know. I just have a feeling like there might be one or two moments where we just somehow get a break and maybe get a try, at least get back into it, and then I don't know, spectacular failure or spectacular comeback, one of the two.
Scott Steele on for Scotland.
Okay,
Going straight into the scrum. Who'd have thought?
Oh yeah, well, Scott Cummins got the injury, so
yeah.
Okay, not yeah, because they took Johnny Gray off earlier, so they can't really take it.
His extra weight's going to make a big difference to this scrum.
Well, he's a scrum half. He doesn't really have. He's.
What are your thoughts on Ali Price at 9? You a fan of his?
No, I think if we're going to be going to the next level, we need to try and get somebody who's at the level of like one of the really top nines. He's not. He's a decent player, but he's not there yet. There's times he still dawdles a bit too much in his game management. At times, still a bit to be desired in important moments.
Oh, lovely. Duhan van der Merwe. Tackled into touch, though. A little bit narrow. And the handbags are out. Sean Maitland probably, I don't know. Probably should have given him the ball there. Line out not straight from Scotland, from Ireland, sorry.
Yeah.
So scrum to Scotland here. Final game of Six Nations round 4. Just a reminder, tomorrow there'll be my dream team out. So who's made the dream team? Be interesting to have a look at that. Don't think there'll be an Italian in there. Just don't get the sense there's going to be an Italian in there.
Well, not going to put Ione in for that great try.
Ooh, maybe. It was a great try, but it's one moment in the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jordan Lama on for Ireland. Scrum here for Scotland. It's not a bad scrum at all. Duhan van der Merwe playing centrally. Bursts into the 22. Big carry from him. Ball out wide. Hugh Jones into Maitland. Maitland takes into contact.
Oh, got an advantage now. Yeah, they're off their feet.
Off their feet. Big moment in the game here now for Scotland. You go for the corner, surely.
The line out. Don't go for the line out. Oh, no.
He's gone for the line out. Massive moment in the game with 10 minutes to go. Scotland's line out has been very, very shaky. They're going for the corner, though.
Being polite, mate. It's been shocking.
I have another word that starts with S that I could use to describe it.
Just say shocking. It'd be fine. But...
Shite.
You put the language barriers on this channel, so...
Scotland with their line out. Here we go.
Oh, come on, Brett. He truly brought that down illegally. He's off his feet. Come on.
Ball out. Johnson into contact. Hayes Tadburn. Has he rolled away? That's surely an advantage. It is. Advantage to Scotland here.
Oh, free play. Use it. Come on. No, too many.
Hamish Watson.
There.
Still advantage to Scotland. 7 meters out here. Is Scott Steele playing at 10? I'm not sure what his position.
In the back row.
I don't think he'd have expected that waking up this morning.
No.
Scotland keeping it tight. It's out to the back. Hogg trying to go quick over towards Darcy Graham, but it is out. But they have the advantage. Now, interesting to see what Scotland decide to do here.
Tell time I'd maybe go for the points.
The scrum, maybe? Would you be thinking about the scrum potentially?
I'd go for the. Oh, yeah, no, I'd go. I don't know. I'd go 10 minutes to go. I'd go for the points and then try and get back in. But
yeah, 10 minutes to go. So a bit of time left.
Aye. But if we are going for the scrum, it's one of those where it has to be absolutely dry, or like it's a terrible decision.
So change for Ireland. Ryan is going off with a head injury, it seems.
Ryan Baird's coming on. So
I think they're going to tap and go with this.
Yeah, the camera would. Oh yeah.
The tap and go. If we go then. Interesting choice from Scotland. As they power forward here, they're about 2 meters out.
Advantage offside.
Advantage offside here. Ireland need to watch their discipline. They've got to watch their discipline here, Ireland. Otherwise, the pockets could begin to open. Hogg.
Oh, no.
He's tried to go for it, but it is claimed by Keenan.
Yellow card as well, by the looks of it.
Yellow card. I think if you're Scotland, you just keep putting the pressure on here.
No, he's gonna have a word just to.
I don't like John Sexton's attitude with referees. I do struggle with that.
Sometimes he does. I mean,
I understand in the heat of the moment and things like that, it's difficult.
He's actually not in the wrong there because Poit hasn't put the time back on. So technically, if time's off, it's time's off. Players have to wait for the referee says time on before they can play.
So Sexton having a word with his players. Let's see if they try a quick cross kick.
Aye. Well, they can't do anything till he calls time on. That's the law.
So Scotland just going to tap and go once again. Off they go. They're going again here. Pick and go.
Oh.
Trying to carry Watson over. They're a metre short here, Scotland. Push back well.
Dubious.
Scotland not really getting anywhere with these shoves. 5 phases in.
Come on, use it.
Hugh Jones is waiting. Hugh Jones gets it. Hugh Jones going for the line. Offload to Darcy Graham. Darcy Graham! Has he got it down? He can't get down. Oh my gosh. How has he not scored?
Okay, nothing stupid. Just keep it in.
Five-metre line. Scotland pushing here. Watson makes a metre. He's reaching. Just short.
Come on. Just.
Ali Price organising his players. Ball comes out.
Come on, quicker. It has to be quicker than that. It's too slow.
They're driving. Just a metre short here. It's very, very close. As Hamish Watson tries to crash over, this is going to be held up.
I think that's on the line.
I don't know if he had full control of that. I'd like to see that again.
Let's have a look.
Well, Roman Pratt's whistle's broke.
I don't know if he... Well, that's going to have to be checked.
I don't know if he had full control of that, putting that down.
It has to have downward pressure on it as he's on the line. It's fine. On-field efficiency try, just to check. Okay.
Nervy endings here at Murrayfield. Let's have a look. Turns in. That's a try, I think.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Has he dropped it? Still got control. Still got control. Still got control.
That's a try. Yeah,
That's a try. That's going to be a try for Scotland. Jeez, we did not expect this. It's going to be a try for Scotland.
Yes! Come on!
It's a try for Scotland here. Scotland have pulled it back. And who would have thunk it? As Scotland make it 22 points to 24. Hamish Watson, brilliant turn in the tackle. And it shows that when you get your shit together, you can actually perform.
I'm staying quiet until he gets the kick.
6 minutes to go. Hogg will look to draw level.
Yes! Come on!
24 points apiece. And from being 2 scores down, Scotland have pulled it back to 24 points to 24. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Who are you supporting? Who are you backing for this final 5 minutes? Let us know.
This has been a mostly horrible game to watch. Now it's like, come on.
Now the 10th. Oh, it's going to be a tense final 5 minutes.
We've got Hogg at 10. We've got
Scott Steele in the front row.
His partner Gilchrist in the second. Oh, for God's sake, come on.
Ali Price putting himself under all kinds of pressure.
Ah! Too isolated. Sorry for that. Sorry for my decibel volume went up there.
Well, that's silly from Ali Price, really. He needs to ensure that he's got the support there.
I'll have another look at that. See if...
11 penalties conceded from Scotland at this point.
Well, 11-9. It's very close. They're not even going to show the charge down. They're just showing. Yeah.
It's bad that it's Darcy Graham who's there first to support him.
Well,
he's not going to move Ian Henderson. So Sexton going for the points here. Not the easiest kick. You'd expect him to get it. So 3.5 minutes to go. Sexton with a kick to Port Island back into the lead. Scotland just go on the other side, get a bonus point, and win the game. He's missed it.
No,
He's got it. He's got it. Only just swinging in. I thought he'd missed it originally, but Sexton puts Ireland ahead. 27 points to 24. It just swung in. I thought originally he'd actually missed that one, but
same.
Here we go then. Scotland, if they want to win this, they need to get a try. but they could draw level with a penalty. You just don't want to give Ireland an easy exit here. You want to make it as tough as possible, but obviously within the laws.
Catch, catch, catch. Somebody. No, not an Irish player.
Keith Earls wins the high kick.
Come on. Why can't you just catch it?
Gibson Park's going to kick this one again.
Catch, catch, catch.
Sean Maitland wins it. So Scotland are going to have to pretty much go the length of the field.
Oh, too slow. Come on.
What is Ali Price doing? I mean, really, you're hoping for Ireland to do something stupid at the breakdown.
Nothing. Very least catch it. Come on, catch. No, why did you stop?
2 minutes to go. Ireland are going to kick this one again, giving Scotland possession. It is claimed. I just don't think you can afford to kick this one now. Then you're going to have to run it. Hogg goes for the little chip.
Go on, go over, go over. Hold him up.
Ireland are going to keep this one short now.
Come on, Hughes.
Gibson Park's going to kick this one, which is an interesting choice with a minute left on the clock. He's going for the kick. Duhan van der Merwe wins it in the air, steps past CJ Stander. Into the final minute now. Ball out wide, Hugh Jones. Oh. 30 seconds left. Hogg steps through. A couple of meters. That's a big hit. Ideally, you want Ireland to commit something out of the breakdown here to get yourselves down the field.
Hopefully, yeah. Again, can't just rely on it. Have to.
Yeah. Thing is, Ireland aren't really contesting the breakdown as much as they would have.
Oh no!
Come on, Ireland are going to win this one. And it'll be kicked off here, and it is off the pitch. And Ireland have won in Scotland 27 points to 24. So close for Scotland. And Ireland have got the job done at Murrayfield. Final score, Ireland 27. Scotland 24. I know you're going to do a match reaction for this one, but very disappointed, obviously, but encouraged by the comeback, would you say? Or is it just at the minute, it's just disappointment?
No. We can't afford to just only turn it on when we're like 14 points down or whatever it is. And like, you know, just, and again, like the penalty, I don't know how much of that was Ali Price's fault because I needed to see the replay again. Like the exit strategy from the whole team, I don't think it was entirely his fault for that penalty at the end. But and considering we had a makeshift team for a lot of that, much of that second half, you could argue Gregor made some of the changes a bit too early, especially with Johnny Gray coming off. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just gutted because it's just it's just. I don't know. It just feels like, you know, like it's no consolation just coming back and just like other people keep giving us the good losers tag, and it's really frustrating, to be honest. Do
you think the game was lost in that first half with all the mistakes and everything like that? Do you think that's where the game was really lost for you?
More or less. And just, silly penalties, and the referee seemed to be a lot hotter on us in the second half than he was Ireland. But again, like I'm not gonna blame Roman Poit for that, because there's only like a few things he missed from Ireland and other, sort of that. I don't think in balance of play, it probably evened itself out a bit. Our line-out was shambolic, and under high balls as well, we were really poor. So it's just, I'm just gutted with you, mate. To be honest, just
indeed.
Like I said, I'm just sick of these performances. We just like only turn it on like we're 24-10 down or something like that, and just come back into it. It's like you have to be like that for the best part of 80 minutes.
Yeah, very much so. That's where we're going to leave it there, though. But thank you guys for watching. It's been great to have you alongside, as always. Kyle will be pretty much putting a reaction out in the next 10 minutes or so. So I'll do that now. Just before we go quickly, I'll drop a link to Kyle's channel in the chat. And do head over there, because that will be up in the next few minutes, I would think. So do head over to Kyle's channel.
Aye. Thanks to all your viewers for putting up with me at times with my thank you, Brandon, for that as well. I'm much appreciated.
No, it's always a pleasure to have you on. I'm sure we'll have you on next week at some point as well. But guys, do head over to Kyle's channel, give him a subscription if you haven't done so already, and watch his reaction. I'll also do a reaction, but it'll be out a bit later than tomorrow. It's going to be the Dream Team. Just a couple of bits for next week as well. Got some Major League Rugby content coming out as well, with Major League Rugby kicking off next weekend. So I've teamed up with a few people to make a few videos for that coming out over the next week. But Kyle, thank you for jumping on, mate. It's been good to have you on, but obviously not the result that you'd want. But do head over to Kyle's channel for a quick reaction on the game. We'll catch you soon, folks. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon. Take it easy.